Shafi Izzatuddin Senin. My matric number is 23DLS19F1077.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Muhammad Nazrin. My matric number 23DLS19F1098.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Ahmad Syahmi bin Muhammad Abdul Ghazi. My number matric is 23DLS90F1073.
Hello guys, my name is Khairul Azmi bin Hasruddin and my matric number is 23DLS19F1085.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Syafiq Ahmad bin Samsul. I'm studying at Polytechnic Nilai, Negeri Sembilan.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Arif Iskandar bin Baharudin. Matrix number 23DLS19F1089.
I want to present about industrial dispute in organization. The first is wage demands. The demand for wages has never been fully met because of inflation and high cost of living. Second is union rivalry. Multiplicity of union leads to inter-union rivalries. If one and other union agrees for a wage settlement, another union will oppose it. The third is political interference. Major trade unions are affiliated to political parties, and political affiliation is not peculiar to our country alone. The last is multiplicity of labor law. Labor law in our country, as in several other countries, have been enacted to create conditions for the protection of labor from unfair employment practice and to provide a legal framework within which industrial relation is to be regulated. That's all for me. Thank you.
So today I will describe about industrial dispute in organization. So the definition of an industrial dispute can be viewed as a friction or disagreement between two or more parties involved due to the difference in their perception, opinions, mindset, attitudes, and value. In organization, the parties engaged in such disputes can be employer and employee, employee and employee, or employer and employee. On a massive level, conflict can be even rise between the government and the public. So, the meaning of industrial disputes means a loss both to the employers and the employees, even when the latter scores a victory. It is also harmful to the community in general. Concept of industrial dispute means conflict between parties in industrial establishment. Dictionary meaning of dispute is disagreement, mutual antagonism as of ideas, interest, and address. So, industrial dispute is disagreement or mutual antagonism as of ideas, interests between parties in industry. In the process of working, workers express their needs, expectation, desire for fulfillment, and satisfaction. For example, employee want more money, attractive wages, allowance, monetary incentive which the management may not be agreeable to pay. Workers demand of better fringe benefits, health benefits, but management may provide less than that of their requirements. So, industrial dispute is a general concept, and this conflict gets the shape of industrial dispute in a specific dimensional situation. Basically, there is no difference between industrial conflict and industrial dispute. Variation lies only in scope and coverage. Under such situation, a state of disagreement or mutual antagonism between workers and management develops, which give birth to the industrial conflict. That's all from me. Thank you. And now we go to the next segment.
I want to explain about direct negotiation. Do you know about direct negotiation? Okay. Next. Direct negotiation is a dispute resolution technique process staff between employer. It is often a good starting point to see if a conflict can be resolved without needing to use mediation, arbitration, or court litigation. Throughout direct negotiation, the parties collectively retain complete control over the process and its outcome. Together, the parties specify the ground rules and schedules, select the professional, neutral, and establish procedure for when and how they communicate and listen to respond. In direct negotiation, the parties have no formal process and no requirement which must be met unless they wish to set requirement or guideline. For example, if have ever bought a car, it have performed direct negotiation with the seller. If negotiation breakdown or communication gets stalled, the next step in the process needed to conciliation, mediation, and arbitration. Okay, next. This is ideal method for settling dispute. Okay, first, both the employees and the operator of the company need to meet face to face to get a decision. Second, make joint decision between them without the involvement of outsider to resolve dispute. Okay, third, make good communication between employers and employees by discussing job related well to get a good resolution. Okay, for the last is the benefit of resolving dispute include first, able to share ideas between employers and employees to launch the system and develop the company. Okay, second, save time in doing work by making work help each other. Okay, third, save energy by working together in completing all tasks and being able to share experience and knowledge. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, now I will explain the definition of the conciliation first. Okay, the definition is a person who is neutral as the parties involved in reaching a negotiated settlement. This method provides the involved parties with a chance to converse, negotiate and explore options with the help of a neutral third party that is the conciliator in order to exhaustively determine if at all a settlement is possible. Okay, next. The conciliation is divided by 3 sections, which is Works Committee, Conciliation Officer and Board of Conciliation. Okay, first we are going to Works Committee. Works Committee deals with matter of day-to-day functioning at the shop floor level. Works committees are concerned with health, safety, welfare. Okay, health, ventilation, lighting, temperature and sanitation facilities. For safety, accident prevention, occupational disease and protective equipment. Okay, for the welfare, restroom, medical and health service, drinking water. Okay, for the welfare, restroom, medical and health service, drinking water. For the welfare, restroom, medical and health service and drinking water. There are many more functions of Works Committee. Administration of welfare and fine funds, educational and recreational activities, for example, Health, Safety and Welfare Committee. Adjustment of festival and national holidays, promotion of thrift and saving, to see that the decision taken in the Works Committee are fully enforced. Okay, we are going to the next, which is Conciliation Officer. Okay, the Conciliation Officer is a government representative to solve the industrial dispute. He is a mediator and his duty is to mediate in and promote the settlement of industrial dispute. Okay, duty for Conciliation Officer is administrative and not judicial. He is not having any power to impose any order to the parties concerned. The Conciliation Officer may be appointed for a specified area or for specified industry in a specified area, either permanently or for a limited period. Okay, we are going to the last section, which is Board of Conciliation. In case Conciliation Officer fails to resolve the difference between the parties, the government has the discretion to appoint a board of conciliation. It consists of a chairman and 2 or 4 other members. The board must submit its report to the government within 2 months of the date on which the dispute was referred to it. This period can be further extended by the government by 2 months. For the role of conciliation, conciliation is a voluntary mechanism, and the conciliator who makes the parties resolve the dispute cannot force the parties to come to an end of the dispute with a solution. The parties are not bound to follow the solution and advice given by the conciliator. The decision of the conciliator cannot be pressurized upon the parties to the dispute. Conciliation is a less formal and comparatively easy process from old conventional method and other alternative dispute resolution process. Okay, that's all from me. We are going to the next section.
Today I want to talk about arbitration. Okay, arbitration definition is the process of resolving a dispute as between labor and management or a grievance outside of the court system by presenting into an impartial third party or panel for a decision that may or may not be binding. Okay, parties should be free to agree how their dispute are resolved, subject only to such safeguard as necessary in the public interest. Okay, second slide is clarification of arbitration. First is commercial arbitration. The most common of dispute, just as it sounds, it is a dispute between 2 commercial enterprise. Okay, second is consumer arbitration. Okay, surround dispute between a consumer and a supplier of good or service. Okay, third is labor arbitration. It involves the settlement of employer-related dispute. Okay, this form or arbitration can be divided into 2 main categories. First is right arbitration. Second is interest arbitration. Okay, this slide is advantage of arbitration. Okay, first is choice of decision maker. Okay, for example is parties can choose a technical person as arbitrator if the dispute is of a technical nature, so that the evidence will be more readily understood. Okay, second is efficiency. Okay, arbitration can usually be heard sooner that it takes for court proceeding that it to be heard. As well, the arbitration hearing should be shorter in length and the preparation work less. Okay, third is privacy. Arbitration hearing are confidential private meeting in which the media and members of the public are not able to attend. Final decision are not published, nor are they directly accessible. This is particularly useful to the employer who does not want his dirty laundry being aired. Okay, 4 is convenience. Okay, hearing are arranged at times and place to suit the parties arbiter and witness. Okay, lastly is flexibility. Okay, the procedure can be segmented, streamlined or simplified according to the circumstance. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
So today I would like to present about mediation and what is mediation approach to solve in industrial dispute. So stay tuned. So what is mediation? Basically, mediation is a procedure which the parties discuss their dispute with the assistance of trained impartial third person, which is mediation, who can assist them to reaching in industrial dispute. So, for the example is, one parties and other parties have an argue to do a settlement, which is like works or problem in industrial dispute. So, mediation or mediator can help them to reach the settlement in a good way with a good decision. So next, I would like to present about what is mediation approach to solve in industrial dispute. So the first approach is settlement mediation, which is mediator works to bring the parties to make a compromise. So for example, mediator or mediation are responsible to make a discuss both of the parties in a good way. So next, the second approach is facilitative mediation, which is promotes communication between the parties. For example, make a good discuss with positive vibes. So it can help to solve in industrial dispute, such as identify the interest, need and trade-off. So the third approach is evaluative mediation, which is purpose solution based on assessment of parties based on the legal rights. So this point is based on law. So mediation must know about the law, so it can help you to solve any problem for other parties in industrial dispute. So last but not least is therapeutic mediation, which is seeks to focus on dealing with underlying causes of the problem to improving the relationship between the parties. So the conclusion about mediation is mediation help the parties to talk each other in a way that to clarify the problems and establish the working relationship and guide the parties toward the compromise and collaboration to find resolution in industrial dispute. So that's all for me.